I'm Kim Anderson with Security Title, and this is Angel, Marquet, Mafnas, and that's the end. No, Angel was one of our first people that was working with us. She joined us as a title researcher. And we worked together for a couple of years, and then Angel moved to Las Vegas. There was a group that kind of went at that time. It was when the market was really low in Guam, and so they packed up and left. And she ended up going to work at a Stewart Title Company in Las Vegas. So when it looked like the years passed and things were bottoming out in the States, Angel decided to come back home, and we got an email from a
Stewart Williams and
Title, yeah, HR at Stewart Title. I didn't know her, you knew her, and she said, we have and it said like Angel, and it said we have an employee that's looking at relocating back home to Guam, and they'd sent it to our regional manager, and he had sent it to us. And I immediately responded, and I said, because I'd seen the tagline Angel, and I said, if that's Angel Mafnas, that's ours. Bring her back. And so I think you came back for a little visit for a while, and we begged you to come back. And
yes, I did. Yes.
You've been back ever since. We're really grateful you're still here with us, and we hope she never leaves.
Don't ever want to.
She's a rock. What do you do when you're not here? When you're not running around the block?
Running. I do an awful lot of running. It helps deal with just the stress or with, passing the time and all that. And so running plays a very important factor in what I like to do.
And your reserve work. I know you have to report on weekends.
1 weekend a month.
Okay. And because of Angel and some of the other reservists that we won all sorts of awards. We have a wall full of awards out there because our employees are very active. I think Guam is one of the most patriotic places I've ever been. I was born and raised in Alaska, and Alaska is extremely patriotic as well, but I think Guam tops it.
I have to agree.
Yeah.
Yes, we are very proud of whatever military branch we serve. We are.
And when Guamanians go to your training and stuff like that, you always stand out, right?
We do.
Yeah.
Actually, Guam has made a name for itself, especially in basic training. When they know we're from Guam, they already have high expectations because of the previous ones who graduated. So.
Yeah.
Yes, Guam is there.
And we don't let them down.
No, we don't. We do not.
And you work, when you're here, you work very closely with Claire and all of the escrow officers. So even though she's had a huge background in title and she knows all about the title workings inside and out, she's now working on the escrow side. Did you switch when you were in Las Vegas? Is that what happened?
I actually worked in the title at first, and once there was availability in the escrow department, they switched me over.
Because you were more interested in more customer
I was very adamant where I would love to try. So the manager had switched me over as soon as there was availability. So and then I also got such with foreclosures too. So that was nice. It was a good experience.
Yeah. Difficult.
Difficult, yes. Very different.
But when you do stuff like that, it kind of gives you a bigger picture idea.
Yes.
And I don't know, I think it touches your heart quite a lot to do that. It's not just a paperwork thing.
It does, especially here at home where we all know everybody, and it's nice to see the title history, as to who owned it and having some kind of connection to that person. So it is very interesting. Very different type of researching. But very interesting. I'm very happy that I got that experience as well. And then to be back home, very interesting and very happy. Very happy to still be a part of the family, Security Title family. Very happy.
An integral part.
I have to say we're very family-oriented here at Security Title. Not to say that we weren't back at Stewart Title. We are, But here there's so many connections, relations, so you tend to be more family, more closer, I'd have to say. The systems are very different. The way we research is very, very different. Because here we do manual research where we go through books, and I think we're starting to go online a little. Out there, most of it is online, so very much different. Very different. But definitely, I have to say, the relationships that we have connected with, the bonds we make is much different and closer, more meaningful, I think.
I know that we have a lot of family members that work here, and there is definitely a feeling of we stick together, we swim together. It's like if one part of our company drops the ball, it reflects negatively on the rest of the company, and I feel like everyone really pulls their weight. We've got a lot of cross-training, like I said. Angel's, background was in title, so if she needs to type a title report, she can do it. There's just no stopping her. She can just do what needs to be done, and I really appreciate that. It's a talent and a gift that you bring to this company, on so many levels. I'm so glad you're back.
I'm very happy to be here. and what's very, I guess, heartfelt is seeing how we started from the very beginning to where we are now. It's amazing, the transformation and the growth of the company. Yes, very amazing. And I'm very, very happy to have been able to be one of the babies.
At the very beginning.
That's
right.
To now.
That's
a little gap of 5 years, but
then we recycled it. Recycled it.
But I'm back for another 5 and even
You've
more.
been back longer than you were gone, that's for sure.
Definitely. So it's amazing. It's nice to see how much growth the company has incurred, and the amount of employees, and then of course the familiar faces from when we began.
It takes a unique person to work in the title and escrow field. So when we find unique, I don't want to say geek or anything like that, but it probably is like title geeks. When we find people that really get it and really understand it, we cherish them, and we don't want to let them go. And that's one of the things that means the most to me is the longevity of the people that work here. We have a tendency to get into our groove, and I hope we're still growing. I mean, it's what you just said. It's nice to kind of look back from where we came and see the growth, but you don't see that when it's right in front of you. Every day, unless you do look back and see where we came from.
And appreciate, the little that we've done. How far we've come.
And in a relatively short period of time.
Very much so.
But we've done it as a group.
Yes.
And we've done it with, the foundation that you've built. So, and I'm very grateful.
I am too.
Thanks, Age.
It's a scary title.
Yeah,